Hi, my name is Karen Horn, and I work here at Worcester Youth and Family Counseling Services as a senior clinician in Berlin, Maryland. Our motto is to help people shine, and I'm here today to talk a little bit about listening blocks and listening in general and how we can listen a little more effectively to people that we care about um, throughout the year, whenever, but particularly with everything that's been going on in our society, whether it's the struggles with COVID or any other pieces, people disagreeing about how to handle gatherings on the holidays or whatever else. So, in order to keep those relationships strong, we need to really hear each other. We need to really listen and we need to validate. Validation is verbalizing empathy for the other person. So today we're going to talk a little bit about some listening blocks that might be interfering in people's ability to get along and communicate nicely and effectively with one another during this time with all that's going on. And the next time I do a video, I will also model validation for you. So there's many listening blocks, from mind reading to filtering, rehearsing when we think about what we're saying while the other person's speaking, for example. However, we're going to focus on three in particular today that seem to be very common for things that are going on right now. So those three are judging, sparring, and advising. So judging is exactly what it seems, exactly what it sounds like. We stop listening to the other person anytime that we are not in with them and what they're saying, and we have something else going on in our head at that time. So we're not truly listening if in our mind we have a negative judgment, if we think that what they're saying is stupid, or that they don't know what they're talking about, or they're not well researched, or whatever the case may be. Those are all negative judgments. Those pull people apart. It's not true listening, and you cannot have an effective conversation using that listening block. Another listening block that is very common is sparring. Sparring often happens when somebody is feeling attacked or judged. So those really go hand in hand oftentimes. And when we're sparring, we really are only listening for the purpose of disagreeing, for the purpose of kind of going back and forth, debating. We take a position, we defend it, and it really doesn't matter what the other person says. And so that can sometimes be quite a standard mode of communication, but not a healthy one. So, for example, if someone brings up money, if someone brings up COVID, the other person starts kind of almost a tirade, or it feels like a tirade where you don't feel like you're being heard, and kind of going in on everyone's kind of explaining their own thing and defending themselves because they actually feel like they're being attacked, but then in turn the person they're speaking to feels attacked. Another one that I mentioned we would discuss today is advising, and also I wanted to go along with being right as well. So advising is similar to what it sounds. That's trying to fix something, that's trying to find a solution, trying to analyze the person that we're speaking to. All of those things are minimizing and invalidating to someone's experience, and therefore it's not true listening. And lastly, the other one we'll speak about today is being right. With being right, this is a listening block that prevents you from really hearing anything that suggests that you might be perfect, that there might be flaws in your thinking, which we all have. It's and we avoid anything that makes us think that we might be wrong or whatnot. So we might change the subject, we might exaggerate, we might quibble or make excuses, accuse, defend, criticize. All of those things may happen in response to listening with the purpose of being right. So these four listening blocks, being right, sparring, judging, and advising, are all very common right now. And they are all things that pull people apart from each other. At this holiday season, we're approaching Thanksgiving, and that's this week. And, you know, when we're pulling away from each other, in our communication. It really doesn't matter if we see each other in person or not because we're not connected. So the more you listen effectively, not using these listening blocks and instead hearing what the other person is actually saying, no matter how you feel about it, step out of yourself, hear what they're saying, what their point is, and listen to them. And then you can stay connected and validate when you're ready, which again is verbalizing empathy for the other person and their experience. Again, similar to listening, outside of your own experience. It's not about you when someone else is talking, it's about them. So I hope that you can use this information to help have productive, effective conversations with those who are around this holiday season, whether in person or virtual. And I hope that you can use this to help you shine and feel connected to those around you, no matter what's going on. Thanks, and have a great day.